Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. This video is based on IELTS exam, commonly known as IELTS exam, that you have to appear for if you're planning to move to any English speaking country for your study, work or permanent residency. So let's know what this exam is and how is it conducted. Now coming to what it is, IELTS, that is International English Language Testing System. That is a system that tests your English language at an international level. Now this test is organized by two bodies here, British Council and IDP. So if you want to appear for this exam, you can register yourself through any of these companies' website and you can appear for it. Now the types of this exam. It has two types, academic and general training. So if you want to apply for student visa, you have to appear for academic IELTS. And if you want to apply for work permit or permanent residency, then you have to apply for general training IELTS. Now the scoring part. In this exam, your ability to use the language is assessed, and how well you perform in your exam. On the basis of it, you are awarded with a score out of 9 band. So it is a band score that you achieve. Now in this test, your level of knowledge is assessed in 4 areas: reading, listening, writing and speaking. Now moving according to the how this exam is conducted, the first test that you get is the listening test. In listening test, you get a question paper which is divided into 4 sections. For each section, you listen to a conversation or a monologue. And while listening to that conversation or monologue, you have to answer the questions that are there in your sheet for that particular section. Now you have to do both the things simultaneously, listening and writing the answers, because the recording is played once only. It's not repeated. And after you are done with this part, which goes on for around 25 to 30 minutes, you get 10 minutes extra to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. In listening, you get a variety of questions, which can be multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, table completion, diagram completion, flowchart completion. So anything can be there. Next is reading part. Now reading goes for around 60 minutes, 1 hour. There is a different reading sheet for students who are appearing for academic and for those who are for general training. Sections are same. There are 3 sections for academic reading as well as for general training reading. For each section, you have to read comprehension passages and you have to answer the questions related to that passage. This goes for 60 minutes and you have to answer around 40 questions out of these reading passages. So there are 3 comprehension passages in academic part and total 40 questions are there, which means around 13 to 14 questions for each passage. In general training, it is not a complete passage all the time. There can be short advertisements or any general information for which you have to answer the questions. But the number of questions is same, that is around 40. So after this is done, you move to your writing part. Again, writing is different for academic and for general training. But yes, one more point to be kept in mind. Reading, you do not get extra time to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. Now let's continue with the writing part. In academic writing, you get 2 tasks. Task 1 is a graph. That can be a line graph, bar graph, pie chart, table, diagram, anything can be there. So you have to analyze it and then you have to share your opinions. You have to write about that graph, what you can derive through that graph in your own words, in around 150 to 180 words. And then you get task 2, which is an essay, where you have to share your opinions on a particular topic. So for this, you have to write 250 to 300 words. For general training IELTS, you get task 1 as letter. Now in letter, it can be a formal letter or an informal letter, for which you have to write again 150 to 180 words or around 200 words. Then task 2 is same, around similar, that where you have to write around 250 to 300 words, your opinions on a particular topic. So for writing, you get 60 minutes, 1 hour. Now these 3 exams are conducted at the same time in a go. And speaking is conducted separately because that is your individual interview that goes one-on-one. So it is not conducted at the same time. You are provided with a separate time that can be any day before your exam or after your exam, or it can be on the same day of exam at a different time. So for that, it takes around 11 to 14 minutes to conduct this interview, which goes in 3 parts. Part 1 is the introductory part, where you're asked questions about yourself, family, your surroundings, your home, your city, your country. Some general questions are there. Your likes, dislikes, anything can be there. And then after these questions are done comes part 2, where you're provided with a cue card. Cue card means you get a topic under which some hints are mentioned, some cues are there. So you get 1 minute to prepare on that topic, then you have to speak on that topic for around 2 minutes. And then after this is done, the last part of your speaking test is the follow-up part, where you are asked questions which are most of the time related to the cue card only. So there can be a discussion part in the follow-up part as well. So your speaking goes for around 11 to 14 minutes, and this is how it is conducted. Now this is all about how your IELTS test is conducted and who conducts it and what type of IELTS is there. Now coming to some FAQs, some general questions which I usually come across. First question, is it a course? No, it is not a course. It is preparation of the exam. What is the duration of preparing for IELTS? There is no fixed duration. It depends upon you. What is your requirement? What is the band score that you require, and what is your current level of English? So depending on that, it may take 10 days to 3 months, 4 months, 6 months to prepare for that. So it varies according to the students. There is no particular time or there is no particular course for preparing for this. It's just that you have to update yourself with the language. Now, is it that if we appear for BC IELTS or if we appear for IDP IELTS, it will be different? No, it's not different. Any test of IELTS, whether conducted by British Council or IDP, if it is on the same date, the question paper would be same. There won't be any difference. So it doesn't make it easy or difficult. And even the interviewers who come for the speaking part, they are hired by the university, Cambridge, which organizes this exam, not by the British Council or IDP. So it doesn't matter which body you book yourself through. Now next part, does city matter while booking the exam? No, again, the question paper is same throughout the India, and even interviewers are same throughout the India. It's not that the interviewer who is coming to Ludhiana or some other city will not come to Chandigarh. So it doesn't matter which city you book for. So these are some basic questions. So if you are preparing for IELTS examination, I hope it was useful for you and it cleared many of your confusions. But if you still have any confusion, any query regarding this exam, you can definitely write in the comment section and we would love to answer. Keep watching, keep learning, keep sharing and keep subscribing. Thank you.